The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs. The first little pig was very lazy. He built his house out of straw. The second little pig built his house out of sticks. The third little pig built his house with bricks. It looked like it could withstand the strongest wind. The next day, a wolf happened to pass by the lane where the little pigs lived, and he saw the straw house, and he smelled the pig inside. He thought the pig would make a mighty fine meal. So he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me in, let me in. But the little pig saw the wolf through the keyhole, so he answered back, no, 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 not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Then the wolf showed his teeth and said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So he huffed and puffed and blew the house down. The wolf opened his mouth and bit as hard as he could, but the little pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. The wolf continued down the lane and he passed by the second house made out of sticks. And he smelled the pigs inside and he thought about the fine dinner they would make. So he knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in, let me in. But the little pigs saw the wolf and they answered back, no, 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 not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin. So the wolf showed his teeth and said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf was greedy and tried to catch both pigs at once, but he was too greedy and got neither. The two little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little hooves could carry them. The wolf chased them, but they made it to the brick house and slammed the door closed. The three little pigs were scared. They knew the wolf wanted to eat them. The wolf hadn't eaten all day and he had worked up a large appetite after chasing the pigs around. And he could smell all three of them inside, and he knew that the three little pigs would make a lovely feast. So the wolf knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in, let me in. But the little pigs saw the wolf's narrow eyes through the keyhole, so they answered back, no, 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 not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin. So the wolf showed his teeth and he said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Well, he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he huffed and he puffed and puffed, but he could not blow the house down. At last he was so out of breath that he couldn't huff and he couldn't puff anymore, so he stopped to rest and thought a bit. The wolf danced with rage. He swore he would come down the chimney and eat the little pigs for dinner. But while he was climbing on the roof, the little pigs made up the blazing fire and put on a big pot full of water to boil. Then just as the wolf was coming down the little chimney, the little pig off with the lid, and plump fell the wolf into the scalding water. So the little pigs put on the cover, boiled the wolf, and the three little pigs ate him for supper.